Hey guys, this is Bear Gaming and welcome back to our channel. And if you're new here, hi, nice to meet you and welcome to our small community where we can discuss and play mobile games and console games, whether they are modern ones or even retro ones. It's a super hot day over here and I don't know, it's so humid for the past few days and I just wish that it will just rain because honestly guys, I really prefer the rain over a bright sunny weather. I don't know. I'm a gloomy weather kind of guy. So for today, we are going to discuss about the 4 mythic heroes of Exos heroes, and I'm just somewhat disappointed that the rest of the mythic heroes were not given the chance to be released. I think there were still about 5 more, and they were they are actually part of the original 7 Knights. Like here, I'm just going to show you over here in the Fateverse button. And if you happen to visit over here, the first Guardians, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heroes, right? And under each of these heroes, you can see the title actually. Each one is under a specific lineage, like Rera, Marinehawk. So if you've been doing the chapter stories up to the very last chapter, which is chapter 32, I am sure you are very familiar with the different mythic heroes. And since, you know, when it comes to the Baikal dynasty, it's from a different time. So each of the characters here are actually under each of those mythic heroes lineage. Like this one, Marinehawk Rera. So you can see the title, it's Marinehawk. This one is Rood Zion. So I'm pretty much you are familiar with Rood because he's already released here way back when. There's Black Moon Baraka, Ignite Anastasia, Rothbrock Baelish. There's Misty Ramji, also Misty has been released. And there's Jude Turner Maggie. So when it comes to Bitru and Cadmos, they are really not part of the 7 Knights or Dragon Emperor Knight. But, you know, these two characters play a special role before in the Baikal Dynasty. Because I remember Bitru is the head advisor while Cadmos is, I don't know, the traitor. Because yeah, Cadmos was the one who caused Akor to be evil. So I don't know what his title is, but I can call Cadmos the traitor. So also, have you noticed this one, the core memory? And you can see the exclamation mark, which means there are changes. And sadly, the changes are too bad because as you can see, for those core memories who have an exclamation mark, that means the representative over here is already gone. So which means your friend that was enlisted in this slot is already inactive. So we have to replace them with someone who's still playing. Oh, okay, good thing I have Valar in Fusion 5. So, you know, when it comes to this representative who are in Fusion 5, therefore you will be able to get this collect Fate Core Fusion stats 5 or higher. You'll be able to get this maximum stats. So it's been a few weeks. I've been checking here every now and then and I can see there are a lot of vacant slots already, and yeah, kind of sad because, you know, you no longer have the maximum effect. So chances are, if your heroes are not fully built without those core memory bonus perks, your heroes would end up being kind of weak. So anyway, for this video, we are going to discuss about the 4 mythic heroes that were released. So let's check out here in the journals button. I'm not calling this hero spotlight because we are not giving them the quote-unquote spotlight each, but we are just going to discuss them in a group. So we are here in the journals button. You can see the 4 mythic heroes. They are above here in the list. And aside from that, you can see the frame it really looks redder. The red color is much brighter, and you can see the pattern. And if you happen to transcend them to 5, you can see that this border becomes thicker, and I'm pretty sure you are aware of that. So these are not red fate cores, because if you happen to check the red fate core like we have here in the sample,
Is this all you
let's
got?
say Dorka,
This
right?
was a waste of time.
You can see the red fate core. It has a different border design. It's pretty similar to orange, whereas this one is only red, and even the gold, it has the similar design. But when it comes to the frame, of course, like this one on the upper left portion of the screen, you see this is the Fated Great version. That's when you know it. So let's go back, and first we are going to discuss about Misty. And as you can see, Misty, Bitru, and Cadmos here in my list are all in gray because I don't have them yet. But when it comes to Rood, it's already colored because I happen to have a copy of Rood. And if you watch my ultimate recruitment video yesterday, you can see I was trying to get Rood, but at the end I just failed. So it's okay.
Could win?
Now over here, we have Misty. She's the one who was released first here in the game. So first, let's check out her skill set. The passive is Benevolence, grants damage immunity 1 time to 1 ally with the lowest health and self at the start of own turn 1 time per 2 rounds. Target gains 1 mana when the damage immunity effect is removed. And we have here Frigid Wings, grants 30% increased effect resist to all allies at the start of battle. Increases own effect resist by 10% upon receiving damage. Stacks up to 3 times. Then her first skill is Sorrow of the Lingering. Deals 262% damage to 1 enemy and increases the damage target receives by 40% for 5 turns. And her second skill is Virtuous Light. Deals 127% damage to all enemies and cleanses all debuffs from all allies. Grants immunity to all allies for 5%. You can see her skills are really awesome. I guess that's the reason why they become Mythic Heroes. I'm pretty sure they won't be putting all of these nice skills, perks, and abilities if they are just ordinary heroes, right? So that's the skill set of Misty. Now we are going over here in the hero introduction. You can see this is Misty. And you can see this aurora color, right? This shade of color when we do dyeing of the clothes, costumes, hair, and even the exclusive equipment of our hero. So this, I think, when Misty was released, the color palette of the dye was also updated with this specific color, so that everyone, even our fated or legendary or even our rare grade heroes, are able to have this color when you dye their costume or even their gear and even their hair. So this is Misty. She has this very big hair, and the color is like changes, right? You can see the flow of blue going down here. I think this is the first time I've noticed this. You can see the color changes, really nice. I really thought that it's just pink, but now when I take a closer look, you can see the color blue is descending. And you can see this bracelet. This is the default mode, and this is the battle mode. And you can see her staff. Her wings are open. You can see this part over here are transparent. And for the appearance effect,
My vengeance is as keen as a sharpened blade of ice.
founder of Northbound Frosty. That wings is super big. You can see the illustration. And now we are going to check out, I think, the exclusive equipment first. So this is the regular weapon, right? And this is the exclusive equipment. Really nice. Probably we can check this one. I don't know if we can actually get the exclusive equipment. I kind of forgot. Can we? Right? So let's go here in the Fate Core button because we can check out the exclusive equipment. Just press any of the theme and choose this exclusive equipment button. And I think we can see here the exclusive equipment because as you can see, yes, Rood's exclusive equipment is included. So therefore, I'm pretty sure Misty and the other Mythic Heroes are also here when it comes to the exclusive equipment. So we are just going to double check. Oh, see? This one is for Cadmos. So where's Misty's? So let's remember the design. Bailey. It has those. Okay, I'm trying to look for it. This is scarves. This one, North Frosty Lullaby. You can purchase this for 20,000 cess, and Misty's attack and even attack speed will be increased 30 and 16.2 respectively. And you can also see that her combat power will be increased by 10,000. So, for the Mythic Hero, okay. For Mythic Heroes, their attack speed will be increased. That's the special thing about their exclusive equipment. Misty's exclusive equipment. It is a staff once wielded by an individual with mana power enough to create a country. It can create mana that can easily calm the rough north winds. Very powerful. So you cannot see the Mythic Heroes in the Fate Core button because these Mythic Heroes are not actually Fate Cores. So you can check them out over here. But some of the Mythic Heroes here actually have a Fate Core, and we are going to check that out later.
Forget about my sadness.
So let's do this. We are going to equip the exclusive equipment. Therefore, we are going to check out the skill preview. So you can see, that's the basic attack. Definitely, it looks powerful and it really looks nice. You can see the exclusive equipment is there. This is the first skill.
This is the winter I present to you.
Really flashy, and I love it. That must have be really strong.
Have you
This is the second
thoughts
skill.
of your final will?
It's the earth. There's this moon. Wow. You can see that huge halo. That's really something. Definitely one of the nicest skill animation I've seen here in the game. So now let's check out the story. Enchanter Misty, sex is female, nation, Baikal Dynasty. Hero tier, Mythic or Mythic grade hero. So this is the highest grade. Element is light. She's 34 years old. Race is human. Position support or support type hero. So okay, she's human even though she has those wings. Her birthday is on December 12th. One of the 7 heroes who defeated the cruel dragon Emperor Akor. Misty was one of the 7 Grandmasters who led Baikal Dynasty along with the Dragon Emperor. Known to be the most skilled warrior after Rood, she was regarded as the goddess of victory among allies but as the punisher among foes. However, her glory ended with a surge of sadness while she made a significant contribution in defeating Akor, who went insane. She had to witness the death of her lover. Oh, so Rood is her lover. So no wonder they are really close and they are really concerned of each other. This is my first time knowing this information and I really like it. Witness the death of her lover, Rood. She was the only person who shed tears while others rejoiced at the defeat of the tyrant. Which tyrant? I think it's Akor, right? There was no one in the dynasty who could heal her wounds of sorrow, which is why Misty headed north to the land covered in snow to create a kingdom for those who were wounded, a kingdom of winter that can even freeze tears. Thus, Misty named her new kingdom North One Frosty. Cadmos may have been the one who led the rebellion, but Misty was the one who bled the most. Unless her sorrow can be melted down, North One Frosty will stand forever. That's a really sad background story. So that's Misty.
I was able to briefly forget about my sadness.
Now we are going to check out Rood.
Hope you don't hold any grudges.
So this is Rood. And first we are going to check out his skill set. His passive is Proof of Hero, grants Resurrect to all. No, sorry, not to all. Grants Resurrect to self and one ally with the highest attack for 10 turns upon defeating an enemy. Resurrect can be only granted one time for each ally hero. Okay, so it grants to the ally with the highest attack for 10 turns. Immune Blaze grants immunity to self for 3 turns at the start of round. Then his first skill is Striking Blow, deals 262% damage to one enemy and 70% chance to afflict target with burn to deal 92% damage every turn for 4 turns. Cleanses all debuffs from self. Okay, now we are going to check out his second skill. Royal Sting deals 127% damage, piercing damage to all enemies and deals 127% extra damage of each ally hero, granting an active buff to self. Oh, so this is quite strong, especially if your allies have a buff, an active buff such as shields, healing over time. Now we are going to take a closer look at Rood. You can see this is him. He has this very huge coat, right? But it kind of looks like a skirt if you first saw this one. But this is actually like, his coat that he actually removed the part above here from his shoulders and he just kept it from the waist down. And he has this huge pants as well. I guess these are baggy pants. You can see the sword. So for the appearance effect,
a knight must guide the path for the Emperor. I shall tread ahead, even through rocky
the
paths.
8th hero. Really nice. 8th hero, wait, 8th hero, but isn't it there are only 7 knights? Maybe either Cadmos or Bitru is one of the 8. I don't know. Because, there are only 7 knights, but sometimes, even in the story, they mention 8 knights sometimes. So who could be the... Since Rood is the 8th hero, so I don't know whether it's Cadmos or Bitru is part of the knights. You can see this is the default mode, and this is the battle mode. And when it comes to his exclusive equipment, wow, this is so big. And actually, we happen to saw that earlier. It's here in the Fate Course button. This is where you can check the exclusive equipment. Just choose any of the theme and then press the exclusive equipment button on the lower right portion of the screen, and we can see here. This one is from Rood Zion, of course, and this one is from Rood himself. Titan Slayer. The only difference you can see here is the attack speed. So the attack speed is for the Mythic Hero Rood. It costs about 20,000 CS. You can see an increase of attack speed by 16.2, attack by 30, and combat power by 10,000 once this is equipped. Rood's exclusive equipment. It's the remaining half of the actual weapon used by the Dragon Emperor Akor and given to Rood. It's the token of their relationship as well as the proof of the irrevocable regret. Okay, that's the exclusive equipment of Rood. Now we are going to go back to the Journals button and we are going to check him out
That was a
further.
good fight.
Okay, so we're going to equip this one. You can see the illustration. Cadmos, the 8th hero. Really looks big. Very, very nice. Lots of gold accents. And who has the keychain? Is it the sword who has this little keychain? Or, wait, this is actually from the cuffs of Rood. Now we are going to check the skill preview. That's the basic attack. Really nice. This is the first skill.
I only charge forward.
Wow, I really like the effects. This is the second skill.
I act upon the will of the Emperor. My sacred duty shall be carried out here.
His sword transformed into a lance. Wow, that's so cool. Very heroic, right? Okay, and now we are going to check out the hero story. Warrior Rood, sex male, nation Baikal Dynasty, hero tier mythic or mythic grade hero, element is fire. He is 31 years old, race is human, position attack or attack type hero, birthday is on April 27. A forgotten hero of the Baikal Dynasty, known to have been by the Dragon Emperor's side until the end. Anyone who has delved deep into the history of the Baikal Dynasty would not think twice about selecting Rood as the Empire's greatest knight. He was the most loyal subject to serve Akor, while also being Misty's lover and the strongest amongst all of the Grandmasters. It is said that he was actually respected as the leader of the 7 heroes. So then again, it's 7. But today, it is nearly impossible to find any records of his heroic feats. His story are only mentioned within the undisclosed records of Nordborn Frosty written by Misty. But because of these records speak of absurd story of his achievement, anyone who comes across them fail to believe in such legends. The record that claims Cadmos, the first king of Lenombe and one of the greatest heroes, was somehow involved in Rood's death, is also another reason that makes Misty's record even more difficult to believe, even for the most moderate scholars. As a result, there are quite a few historians today that argue that the stories of Rood are nothing more than exaggerated legends manipulated by Misty to praise her lost lover. But when considering the historical values of Misty's claim, one cannot deny the fact that a great hero named Rood once roamed these islands. Until a more definite record is found, one must hold off on making any hasty judgment about his forgotten hero. Also, a very sad background story. It's like he was forgotten.
Hope you don't hold any
Now we are going
grudges.
to proceed with the next mythic
Every
hero,
day
which
will
is
be
Bitru.
victorious when you're with me.
So guys, are you surprised when you found out that Bitru is actually a girl? We're in from chapters 1 up to probably around 20 something. We all thought that he is a guy. Okay. So first, we are going to check out her skill set. Her passive is Pressure. Decreases defense of all enemies by 15% at the start of ally's turn. Stacks up to 3 times. Remove at the end of own turn. Then, she has this Frenzy. Decreases damage received on self by 20% and increases on attack by 20% at the start of ally's turn. Stacks up to 3 times, remove at the end of own turn. Then, her first skill is Starry Night Sky. Deals 63% lifesteal damage to all enemies and heals for 70% of damage dealt. Grants stealth to self for 4 turns. She has this second skill, Dragon's Praise. Deals 127 damage to all enemies, and if target has a debuff, deals 150% damage. Extra damage per just 1 buff from target. That's really something. Okay, now we are going to check her out further here. In the hero introduction, you can see Bitru over here. She kinda looks like a bat bat-like dragon. But yeah, definitely she is a dragon. You can see her wings are kind of bloody. It's kind of creepy, especially the part wherein it just came out from her back, so it looks like her back has been ripped. That's kind of disgusting, but yeah. You can see there are some stuff falling from her wings, so I guess that's also blood. I don't know. I tend to have a very brutal idea about this. You can see that she has horns, and her ears are kind of like that of a wing. You can see the tail. Okay, for the appearance effect.
Are you awed by my glorious presence? I understand.
Minister Bitru. And this is the default mode, and this is the battle mode. Okay. And for the exclusive equipment, I think we cannot see it because the exclusive equipment is like kind of an arrow, an energy arrow that when she attacks it just comes out. So we cannot see it here, but wait, first this is the illustration, and we are going to go here in the Fate Course button to check the exclusive equipment. So it's kind of like an arrow. Yes, you can see this inextinguishable sin. So it looks like this one, an arrow. So her attack will be increased by 30, attack speed by 16.2, and 10,000 combat power when she equipped this one. And it costs 20,000 says, Bitru's exclusive equipment, a bow of black flame that can only be summoned by the chosen among the pure dragons. It inflicts an instinctive fear and imprints the greatness of dragons deep into the soul. So now we are going to check out her skill preview, but we are going to try two ways. So first is this one without the exclusive equipment.
Yeah.
So can you see that one? This is the basic attack, and I think it's kind of similar to what exclusive equipment looks like based on the icon, right? So if you happen to equip this one and check the skill preview, I think it didn't have any changes, right? Or was it the embers? Okay, skill preview. No, really. It's just the same. So here's the first skill.
Witness the true power of the dragon. And realize the gap between us.
Maybe it's this one. Wow, really nice. And really fiery, and we can see that she's in stealth mode after doing that skill. Grant stealth to self for 4 turns. Now this is the second skill.
Time to show
So you
off
see,
my true
her
skill.
wings just rip off from her back. Kinda creepy.
You are.
So you can see that her bow has suddenly turned into a scythe and then into an arrow again. So those are her skills. And now we are going to check out the hero story. Trickster Bitru, sex is female, nation Baikal Dynasty, hero tier mythic or mythic grade hero. Element is darkness. Age, okay, it's a question mark, so probably she's 300 years old. Race is Dragon Clan. Okay, so she's not human. Eventually, of course, she's not human. So, position is Chaos or Chaos type hero. Birthday is on May 2nd. The head advisor of the ruined Baikal Dynasty and a loyalist who still faithfully follows a core. Possesses strength that matches those of knight commanders along with a superior wisdom that even impressed the Dragon Emperor. She is also said to have noble beauty. She was the irreplaceable talent that practically led the Baikal Dynasty and was the foremost loyalist of Akor. However, Unlike the Knight Commanders, who are also known today as the Seven Heroes, the name Bitru was not passed down through history. There seems to be a suspicion that her name was intentionally eradicated, but uncovering the actual truth may be difficult. So there is a mystery regarding her backstory. So Misty is not included in the 7 Knights presently, but I think she is one of the 8 heroes. I guess that's how it works, right? So she's one of the 8. Okay, that's how we are going to conclude.
Trust is the key. That is why
And now
we
the
stick
4th
together.
and the last mythic
Victory
hero
is
that
the
they've
result of
released to the
perfect
game, and
planning.
actually Cadmos was the last one to release, sadly. We are now going to check out his skill set. First is the passive, which is King's Gambit. Grants Tranquil to self at the start of battle, and grants a barrier equal to 100% of target's defense upon removing Tranquil from an ally. Cunningham Defense grants increased this defense by 20% to all allies at the start of battle, deals extra damage to target equal to 50% of own defense when an ally defense type hero performs the first single target attack each round. So I'm pretty sure if you're going to equip this, we are going to put a lot of fortification set on him because we want to make use of this one. His skills has something to do with his defense, so I'm pretty sure you get it. His first skill is Checkmate, grants a barrier equal to 86% of own defense. So here you go again with the own defense to all allies, and grants decreased damage received by 11% to all allies by 4 turns. Then his second skill is Omission Scheme. Deals 178% damage to all enemies and deals extra damage equal to 150 of own defense to target. Grants damage immunity 1 time to self. So those are his skill set, and everything has got to do with his defense. Now, we are here in the hero introduction. You can see this is Cadmos. You can see based on how he looks at first glance, you can see he kind of looks like a timid guy. But eventually, as you go through the story, he is definitely evil. For the appearance effect,
I always have a move planned.
Insidious Schemer. So no wonder that's his title. Very insidious. This is the default mode, and this is the battle mode, and wherein you can see his wings are really huge. But it really looks nice because, he's a tall guy. Same for Misty. She's a tall woman, so therefore their wings has to be this huge. I really kind of find it funny when we did this photo shoot last Saturday with the guildmates. It's actually the final photo shoot of our group, of our guild in Exos Heroes, and it was really funny because some of our guildmates used Misty and Cadmos as their representative of their account or their profile photo, and there's this mannerism each hero does when they are, when you put them inside the air squadron, or whether you are in the city or in the town, wherein they do this, their actions. And it was kind of funny because whenever Cadmos and Misty were doing those actions, they tend to stretch out their wings, and if it's in real life, definitely they're going to slap someone with their wings because it's too big. So for the exclusive equipment, it's this one. Wow, this is really one of the nicest exclusive equipment I've seen. And as always, we are going to check out here, and I'm pretty sure it costs 20,000 CES still, and there's going to be an attack speed additional stat. It's called Walpurgis, any of that. It costs about 20,000 CES. His attack will be increased by 30, attack speed by 16.2, and combat power by 10,000. Cadmos exclusive equipment. Streaks of countless stars have requested a night sky large enough to hide them all. The power stored within his sword does not wane no matter how many times it is swung. Ooh. That's a nice description. So let's go back to the journals button and let's check out
is the result
Cadmos.
of purpose.
Of course, we are going to equip the exclusive equipment. Really looks nice. You can see there's this, I don't know, needles or design, and it's glowing. Again, for the illustration, you can see. Now, skill preview. That's the basic attack. You can see some stars. Then, the first skill. It's like a chess
Wow.
game.
That doesn't change much. Judgment upon my enemies.
You can actually see the universe. And then the second skill.
Very well. I will face you.
Wow, it really looks nice.
For I have no need for people like you.
Wow. Really amazing. Now we are going to check out the hero story. Knight Cadmos. Sex is male. Nation Baikal Dynasty. Hero tier mythic or mythic grade hero. Element is darkness. Age is 33. Race human. Position defense or defense type hero. His birthday is on June 12th. The greatest hero and one of the founders of Great Emperor's Nation of Lenombe. The legend of the 7 heroes is well known amongst the public today, and out of all the heroes, Cadmos' name is always mentioned at the top as the one who made the most contribution. He was the first to pull out his sword against the tyrannic Dragon Emperor Akor, and the fact that his tales, which tells of his journey to gather all of the relics to seal the Dragon Emperor, are one of the most shared amongst the children, is proof of his popularity. However, according to a secret history recorded in the nation Nordborn Frosty, Cadmos was supposed to be a talented general but could not be considered a noble hero. Misty's personal diary has entries which claims that Cadmos is responsible for the death of the only dragon priestess Lowell and the truly noble hero Rood. Of course, those entries are not nearly enough to downsize the actual achievements made by Cadmos throughout history. He may have been an opportunist, but the modern continent of Exos is already overshadowed by his presence. So I think it kind of goes the same as in the real life. Sometimes when we do history, those history subjects we had in school, whether it's in high school or in college, sometimes those histories from those books are kind of questionable, right? Don't you think? Because you can see, just like Cadmos, the description says that he is a hero, he contributed the most among the heroes, but well, they didn't know what happened in real life, wherein Misty has the record wherein, because if you follow the story, there's a specific chapter where you can definitely see Cadmos actually betrayed Akor because he is kinda the... Well, mistress refers to a lady, right? But since he's a guy, I don't know what it's called, but in Tagalog, it's called kabit. So he's the kabit of Lowell. Yun na naman sasabi ko, siya yung kabit. Kaya he's actually bad because he caused Akor to be angry a lot, and also Akor kinda, well, he didn't kinda, he did kill his wife Lowell. So it's actually the cause of this great war. So definitely, if you're going to check your history book, sometimes I get a huge hunch that sometimes those stories tend to be wrong, because probably someone out there has the real record, especially to those people who actually witnessed a certain event which is already recorded in the history, but sometimes probably they would think, this is not right because I was there in that particular situation where I saw everything, and those recorded in the books are actually wrong. I think it could be like that. So let's proceed. Now we have discussed about the 4 Mythic Heroes. We are going to check out the costumes, Orange Faith Core, because actually some of them has the Orange Faith Core. So we are going to check it over here. Then we are going to the events tab or events team, and we are going to look for those. So first is this one. You can see Seraphim Bitru, Grandmaster Bitru from a parallel world with perfect and beautiful white wings. Thanks to her incredible beauty and elegance, she is very popular amongst the knights. And you know, when it comes to Orange Fate Core, or in this case, Orange costumes, they don't have any special passive or skills. So we are going to check her out further over here. You can see that Bitru definitely looks stunning. She has white wings instead of those black wings, and she looks human over here instead of a dragon. Really. Illustration. Okay, Seraphim. This is the default mode, and this is the battle mode. Okay, there's no equipment. We're now going to check out the skill preview.
Yeah!
Okay, it's the same, basic attack.
Yeah!
For the first skill,
That's enough struggling. Try to endure the edges of life and death.
okay, so it's just similar, but wait, I can see gold effects, right? Or probably it's just my imagination. So that's the first skill, and now the second skill.
I shall personally hunt you all
Okay,
down.
that don't
Drop dead where
that
you
doesn't look
stand.
creepy anymore. You can see the first few strokes of the bow is actually golden. But still, it's pretty similar to her mythic grade version. So this is the Orange Fate Core or orange costume of Misty. Sorry, Bitru. I mean, not Misty. It's Bitru. It's because of the huge white wings. Okay. Now we have another costume for Bitru. You can see Gift Wagon. It's cute. Bitru from a parallel world who is still working hard for the revival of the Baikal dynasty. Believing that failure teaches success, Bitru kept on working hard and eventually became the staple mascot for the festival. She wanted to quit after this year's holiday season, but the contract she confidently signed is holding her back. Okay, so no additional effects, but we are going to check her out further. So you can see Bitru over here. She has this cute Christmas costume, Gift Wagon, and this is the battle mode. Okay, skill preview. That's the basic attack. You can see some red effects. First skill.
It's very cold in the winter. Why don't I help you tremble in fear as well?
She just farted. Now the second skill.
Don't take me lightly because of my costume. This is the true power of the mascot!
Really different, and it's quite nice. So for this costume and even this one, these are not for free. You actually need to purchase this one. And I think there's also one more for Bitru, so we're just going to cover this all. Drop the Bitru. Drop the beat. Bitru from a parallel world who is working hard for the revival of Baikal. Okay, by utilizing her incredible wits, she realized that becoming the festival mascot will earn the most money and transform into a doll. However, she didn't realize that this decision was one of the biggest mistakes she has ever made. I wonder why. Because she's transformed into a costume? Okay. Or a mascot, I mean. Okay, drop the beat through. This is the default mode, and this is the battle mode. And this is actually cute, right? You can see this. Skill preview. Okay, that's the basic attack. part fair.
True
The first skill,
of the dragon.
now for the second skill.
Time to show off my true skills. Misty, finish you off.
So I guess it's just the same as the Christmas version, right? Really cute. So those are for Bitru. We have one for Misty. You can see this Frozen Brilliance Misty. Misty who is wearing the outfit prepared by Black Moon. While Misty was worried that she hasn't had much time to speak with Rood recently, Black Moon approached her with a specially prepared outfit. Misty was convinced that her new outfit could become a new topic of conversation while Black Moon quietly snickered from her side. Again, no changes when it comes to the skills. Now we're going to check this out further. So you can see this is a different look for Misty. Her wings are actually black and you can see her hair is tied to a pigtail, right? Is it pigtail? I don't know. You can see this ear-like accessory, and I think this is from the, if I remember correctly, this is from the Halloween version. You can see that's why it's black, and it actually kind of looks like some parts of the costume are accents from Black Moon. Illustration, and then this is the default mode and this is the battle mode, and you can see the staff. Again, there are no exclusive equipment for this one, so we are going to check out the skill preview right away. Okay, the basic attack, then the first
Ready
skill.
to pay the price for laughing at me?
Wow, that's so shiny. I think I can see some green hues onto it, right? Instead of the pure white
For you
and aurora
and your
effects.
clear and
This is the
bright
second
smile.
skill. So the style is pretty much the same as her Mythic Grade version, but I think when it comes to the colors, I think there is an additional green effects. Okay, when it comes to the hero story, it's just fixed to one story. Even though these are costumes of the parallel world, still the story is just the same. And we have one more for Cadmos. Okay, so we just passed him. This is ominous Cadmos. Cadmos from a parallel world who has sneaked into a Halloween party, and in order to blend in, he prepared a costume for himself. With his identity hidden, Cadmos acts a bit more boldly and mysterious to play tricks on others. So let's proceed to the hero introduction since the skills have no additional stuff. So this is the default mode and this is the battle mode, and as you can see, he looks like a Joker and his wings are actually ripped, and you can see Happy Halloween. Really unique. That's his illustration, and now we are going to check out the skill preview. Again, no exclusive equipment for orange costumes, and this is the first skill.
Kill some time. What's with that face?
Okay, now second skill.
This will be an interesting choice. What sort of choice? The choice to determine your life.
So those are his skill animation. And again, most of the skill animations here are just quite the same as their mythic grade version, except for the mascot version of Bitru. They have their own effects which are kind of just the same, based from the regular mascot and the Christmas version mascot. Okay, so let's double check. So I don't know why Rood doesn't have an orange costume, which is really unfair. And it's because that's the only Mythic Hero copy that I have. And it so happens that he doesn't even have a costume. Well, even if he does, I won't be able to get it because this orange costume for this Mythic Heroes are actually not free. So in order for you to get this before, you really need to use real money. So those are the orange costume for our Mythic Heroes. And now we are just going to the Manage Heroes button, and here you can see my copy of Bitru. Rood, I mean. So this is what I equip on him. We're not going to discuss that further anymore, like we mentioned earlier. So I just want to show you, this is my one and only copy. And that's all. So that will be all, guys, for today. I will still have some Exos Heroes videos that I'm going to post. And as you can see, I still have about 97,359 cents. So I'm kind of thinking that I will be spending those on their exclusive equipment, on some of these heroes that I really use. My battery is already 1. Actually 2 for battery, as you can see. The Red Threads of Fate version and the Gold Fate Core version already have that one. And I also have one for Rakel.
You won't defeat me so easily.
For Morris, there's one.
Please look forward
April, I have the orange version, but I think she's one of those characters that I'm going to buy one. I really want the Gold Fate Core version exclusive equipment, so April is the first candidate.
Been a while since I've
When it comes to Glenn, I also have his over here. For Rera, I have the Blue Fate Core version of her exclusive equipment, and I kind of really like this one because this has a unicorn design, so it really looks pretty. When it comes to Bernadette, I think
Our next schedule is
I'm going to get her as well, her exclusive equipment, and probably Dorka. It's 20,000 says, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I can get 4 heroes exclusive equipment. So 1 for April, 1 for Bernadette, 1 for Dorka, and the last one. Okay, I have Schmitz, I have Baracas.
I am the guide.
I think it's Garves, right? You have to get Garves, really, because those, well, that specific exclusive equipment from the Gold Fate Core, I think that's the one I like most. But I'm going to double check. But I think that's the one I'm going to get from the Gold Fate Core. And of course, since we are already here, I already purchased the Greenland theme, Estoris Republic, and Lenombe and Waste Red I haven't yet, but I think I'm going to use this one. I mean, to get this one, okay? So we are going to purchase this one. Purchased airship theme. So therefore, this is the one I'm going to use for the next succeeding videos. And then again, I still have some videos for Exos Heroes, and the other ones, I'm still working on it. So please do watch it out. Watch it out. Watch out for it, I mean. So that will be all, guys, for today. Please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel. Sorry, for the past few weeks, my Twitch channel is kinda empty. There are no streaming sessions because I'm so busy in recording stuff from Exos Heroes, and please do patiently wait for me because soon enough, when this is all over, definitely I'm going to be streaming a lot of games, particularly Switch games. There's also from the PS2 emulator. I'm so excited about that because I just miss Monster Rancher 3. At the same time, Dark Cloud 2 and Harvest Moon. And when it comes to PS4 games, we still have a lot. We still have Final Fantasy VII Remake to finish. Currently, I'm somewhere at chapter 14, was it? And definitely Story of Seasons and much more. So there are a lot of games, but I really have so little time because, of course, as a grown up, we have a lot of things to do like chores and stuff, obligations, and of course work. That's why I'm just trying to juggle these things just to make them fit in my daily schedule. So please continue supporting me. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so that you'll be updated with our latest conversations about mobile and console games. And if you are into the games that I play, so I think you really better subscribe so we can hang out, we can chat during our live streaming sessions and stuff. And of course, please comment if you have any suggestions because I will definitely answer to those comments of yours if I have the chance. So again, please do not forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel and also for my YouTube channel as well, where you can see all of my mobile games and console games adventure. This is Bear Gaming. Have a great day, everyone.